Okay, we've got our sail, which is way too big. I think it's about 25 metres, and we've got to get it down to 17-ish. So I'm going to, and I don't want these windows here. So this is the piece that I'm going to cut out of the middle of the sail and then stick the top and the bottom back together. So first thing we've got to do is unpick the luff.
I remember we did this sort of stuff last year.
Yep, you know the drill. 2 layers of zigzag you got to unpick. So keep it nice and tight. Okay, so Aidan is doing a fantastic job. He has almost taken off all of that luff tape for me. And I am now just going to take it away from the sail. This is our furling cable, which we're going to need to shorten. And what I want to do, you can see here, this is the horizontal join in this sail, and I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut all the way across that join, and that is where I'm going to split the sail in two, bring the two ends in together. So bring the foot up and head down and put my pieces of the puzzle back together. Good job, Eddie. Alright, so you can see, well hopefully you can see, there's 2 sections now to the sail, and I have squished them together. So I cut it along that horizontal join, so basically cut it in half along the join, and now I've measured out my luff length, and that length is now correct. It's going to be a bit of a high clue, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do now is finish unpicking all the tapes, because I'm going to need to set it all straight so that I can match it up and cut the 2 pieces and make the new join here, and then we can shape it. Okay, well actually this is a really good shot here. So you can see this is the clue in going up the leech, and that's the half I chopped, and then I brought the top down to meet here. All of this little section here is going to go, and I'm going to fair it in a bit more so that it will run up this way. Now this is my leech line, which is what provides tension in the leech, and I'm just taking this off now. So because it is an old sail, there are signs of wear, so now's a good time to look at all of that. Now this is the head of my sail, and you can see here that there is actual extra reinforcing at the top. Okay, so there is actually a couple of layers of patching. There's this patching here, and then if you can see there's another layer of patching around here. So my plan is to take this second part of the reinforcing and up, and I'm going to move it down to fit. So I know what I'm doing up there, and I've pinned it all out, but what I need to do before I start cutting up there is pin out my luff, because there will be some sort of shape in this luff. It's not going to be dead straight, so I need to have a look at what the shape was originally and try and fair it in so that I get a rough replication of what was there before. Okay, and once you're happy with your two pieces and you know where you're going to join, and I put a fold in here so I take the shape out of it, sitting nice and straight. You can see that's a straight edge that I can stick to, and now I'm going to put join it back together. Okay, now I'm getting closer, so I have put my seam stick down on the bottom part of my horizontal join on the belly. So now I've just got to stick it together. So here's my horizontal join, and we're going to now sew it. And now I am cutting out my new leech line. So just a pair of scissors, and I've marked the line out. And now it's time to cut. Right, so now I've cut the new leech line, cut my clue so that it is in line. And that's nice, I didn't have to take too much off there, so I can just cover it up. Easy peasy. And now I have one last job to do really before I close up the leech and the luff, and that's the head. But if you can see here, the head of the original sail is too skinny. So now I'm going to have a decision to make as to whether I try and recycle this or just make a new one. I'm thinking it might just be easier to make a new one. Luff tape on, but it has a huge cable in it. That luff tape in with the cable for a long time, so it's quite twisted, so it's going to be a bit tricky to recycle it, but I'm going to try, and I'm just going to mouse through some line because sewing it with that cable in is going to be attaching the head to the top of the furler unit. And here's our big overkill furler, because it's all we've got.
Works.
It should break the boat.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to hoist the sail and see what it looks like, and then furl it away, because it should be all done. We'll do it while there's no breeze. Good. We sorted the cable out yesterday. And there you go. Basically what I did is just join that, let's see if my finger goes in there, this headpiece here onto the bottom piece of the sail. And I had to play a little bit with the clue to get this leech line correct again. And I remade the head, but apart from that it was a pretty simple operation, and we had to readjust the length of the cable, but there wasn't even any splicing involved. That was just sewing in the new eyelet, so easy peasy. Okay, now we've put it on the boat. There's that new head reinforcing that I put on. It's quite a deep sail, but I'm quite happy with it.